Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 190k reputation points. In this video, I will be speaking about USDCAD. Now, as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I will be covering the technical aspect for this market. Then we will be moving to the order flow by looking at the commitment of traders, so the COT data, so essentially what hedge funds and the big players in the market are doing and how they're moving their orders. And by the end of the video, by using a combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here for this pair. So this is definitely a video you do not want to miss. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. This is the place to be for high quality free trading education. Now, without further ado, let's jump straight onto the charts. Starting here from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that at the moment we have a market which is testing a quite strong level of monthly structure and rejecting it to the upside. However, at the same time, we can also identify the previous high here as being a quite strong resistance level. So actually, from a monthly standpoint, as I have now easily drawn out for you, we have a market which is in a range, with the top of the range being here and acting as resistance. And we can see how in multiple occasions the market tested its zone and rejected it to the downside already. And at the same time, we have the bottom of the range here that also in this case has been tested in multiple occasions, and every single time the market rejected it to the upside. So clearly, from a monthly perspective, we have a range-bound market. And until the market will remain in between these two levels, we could simply expect more horizontal price action to be created for this market. However, at the same time, we must identify how the last test was actually at the bottom of the range. So the next logical step would be for the market to go and test the high of the range, as already happened here. First, a test of the bottom, then a test of the top, now a test of the bottom. The next step would be for the market to create a potential test of the top of this range, meaning that from a monthly perspective, there is definitely some room for some bullish price action to be created. Dropping down on the weekly time frame, what do we have? Now, from a weekly standpoint, the structure that we must identify is actually quite clear. This area was acting as previous weekly support, preceding all this rejection to the upside, which was still acting as support here, and then the market broke it to the downside. That was the moment in which all that previous support was turned resistance. The market tested the level as resistance here. Now we have seen the break back above the zone. So this previous resistance that was already support here is now once again turned support here. The market has in fact already tested this previous weekly resistance turned support, and it is currently rejecting it to the upside. So in a situation like this, more bullish price action could be expected away from this level. Therefore, what we could expect here from a weekly perspective is to see more bullish price action being created. So also here on the weekly, everything seems quite bullish. Now, dropping down on the daily time frame, what do we see? Now, from a daily perspective, I did speak about USDCAD just a few days ago. I spoke about it when the market was around this area, and I explained all the reasons for which we could expect this rejection to the upside, which is in fact exactly what the market just gave us. And by the way, I will link in the description all that previous analysis, so you can go and check it out for more free education. Now, if we go and see what we have before we go deeper into the technicals here from a daily perspective, if we first go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders, so the COT data, so essentially what hedge funds and the big players in the market are doing, and we check the data precisely for the CAD, the first thing that we have to keep in mind is that if we're checking the data for the CAD, we're actually already checking CAD USD because all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD. And what we can see here is that with the last reports, net positions have been massively decreasing. We went from having minus 800 net positions to now minus 30,000 net positions, with 4,400 shorts added with the last report and 6,600 longs getting closed. Now, in a situation like this, it is clear how institutions are massively shorting the CAD. Now, institutions shorting the CAD make USDCAD stronger. So in a situation in which USDCAD is getting stronger, what we could expect is to see more bullish continuation fueled by this institutional shorting of the CAD. Because in fact, what we can notice here is that institutions have been increasing their shorts and decreasing their longs. In fact, they went from having 42.7K shorts all the way up to 66.8K. Actually, the lowest level of shorts that they had was here at 37.9K. So actually, it almost doubled the amount of shorts with the last few reports from an institutional perspective on the CAD. At the same time, longs got decreased. The high was at 50.8K. Now we're sitting at 35.9K. So clearly, institutions are shorting the CAD. So in a situation like this, as I was saying, more bullish price action could be expected. Now, let's focus on the technical side. And by the way, if you still haven't, make sure that you join my free Telegram channel, which you find here on the screen and also linked in description, so you never miss new updates. Now, back to the analysis and let's focus on the technicals. Well, from a daily perspective, it is quite clear how all this level is actually quite important structure. This zone was previous daily support preceding this rejection to the upside, turned resistance here. Now the market has broken back above that zone with this impulse to the upside. So now this previous resistance is once again turned support. So what we could expect is a potential retest of this previous resistance turned support and then to see a potential push higher, completing this daily impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside. Now, in a situation like this, if the market will go and retest this support, what would I expect? Now, first of all, this is not only support, but it's actually a confluence of support area, because if we take our Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse leg, we can notice how we have the 0.32, 50%, 0.618, and 0.786 Fibonacci retracements, all lining up exactly in this level of support. Therefore, we have confluence of support inside of this area. And inside of a confluence of support zone, you would expect to see more institutional longing, in this case, shorting of the CAD, therefore longing of USDCAD, which at that point would further increase the probabilities of a potential push higher away from this level. So if the market will go and test this area, what would I expect in a situation like this? Well, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily timeframes combined with the COT data, those are the best timeframes when it comes to the directional aspect of the market. However, when it comes to identifying early shifts in the trend of a market, the best timeframes for that are the intraday timeframes, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what I would expect is that if this market would shift from an intraday bearish to a bullish market at that point, I wouldn't be surprised to see a potential push higher, completing this daily impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside. Now, if you want to learn more, I really suggest that you go and check out the transparentfxtrading.com website, which you find linked both in description and on the main page of my YouTube channel. Here, you have the possibility to gain access to the most complete all-inclusive mentorship program that I have created for you. As soon as you open the website, you will see this video breaking down everything included in the mentorship program. And in the program, you have the possibility to gain access to all my courses and also to the software, so the COT data software, which is exactly the one that we used in this analysis, the trading station software with Telegram signals integration, which puts together everything that you need as a trader all in one interface. You also have the possibility to gain access to one-on-one private mentoring directly with me, so you will have my personal contact. And if you continue to scroll down on the website, you will see that directly from the website, you will have the possibility to register and gain automatically access with the email and password that you will create during the registration process. So at least I suggest that you go and check it out right now. The link is both in description and in the main page of my YouTube channel, and I will see you in it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and also let me know in the comments below any new pairs or topics that you would like me to cover in the next videos. And I will see you in my next breakdown.